The Celtics get handed their biggest loss of the season thus far to the Chicago Bulls, 117-108 the final. Fellas, welcome to Celtics post-game live. It was not pretty. We saw the technicals, 3 T's, Eddie, in the end. Joe Mazzulla very hot. But how did this one get away from the Celtics?
I think it was right there. It was 99-96. It's a 3-point basketball game, and then Joe Mazzulla gets hit with a technical. Jaylen Brown gets hit with a technical. And then Zach LaVine comes down after the jump ball. When it should have been Jaylen Brown on the jump ball, they come down and hit a 3. That's a 5-point swing that happens that quick. Then there's another technical foul on Jason Tatum. And then that's so they basically, I won't say they gifted them 6 points, but they gave them 3 points. Zach LaVine made that 3-point shot. But once that happened, and I won't say just that in particular, that's the highlight for me at the particular time, because as bad we were playing, we still had an opportunity at 99-96. But I thought we were out of sorts defensively. We just didn't look that good defensively tonight.
Yeah, game got away early fourth quarter. Their subs came in, brought a ton more energy. It's one thing to miss shots. It's another to get outworked and out-hustled and all that. And so I expected some rust. I didn't expect there to be rust in the fourth quarter with a chance to win this game. And as ugly as it was for long stretches, I thought the Celtics would find a way to pull it together. But let's talk about it, because this will be the talking point afterward. I did not expect to be opening post-game live talking about Justin Van Duyne. And I got to wonder how mad Tony Brothers is. Tony Brothers isn't even the most important official tonight. No, it's Justin Van Duyne, a guy who's been in the league now 9 years. He's only refereed 3 playoff games, which tells you a little something about what they think about his track record, and calling some just questionable technical fouls there. I read lips. Didn't seem like Joe really deserved that one on the sideline when there was a jump ball situation. It just seemed like he was wondering why they were pointing at Pritchard. I actually think he thought maybe there was a foul on the play, and unreal. It's just like I don't understand how in that moment, okay, maybe one, and then Tony Brothers should come over and go, hey, probably didn't deserve that one. Be careful. And then
look at the Cassell push.
And so
he was hot.
I mean, watch this little sweep move on to get Sam Cassell out of the and then right to them.
Yeah, but Eddie, you see this tech here, right? And then we see the Jaylen right here, the Jaylen Brown tech, or at least after this. And then this is at the end of the game. I mean, Joe Mazzulla was not playing around.
This one he deserved the tech. He might hear from the league.
He saved it till the
right. And you know what? Everything that he was doing right there was on point. He felt like they got him out of. They lost the game because of the refs. And this is the thing. This is what the referees got to understand. And everybody has egos. They all do out there. The referees got egos too. I played in the league for 11 years, and there was referees out there that did certain things that when they called a foul, they were more animated when they made the call. They tee you up quickly. They don't want to hear anything that you got to say. But this is what the referees got to understand. There's not one person in the building that came to see them unless they gave ticket to some work that they had. Unless it's somebody that they seen, that their wife is there, their friend is there, or somebody that they know. Nobody comes to see the referees. Get out of the way of the game. Do what you're supposed to do, and that's just officiate. Don't make it about you. Your ego should be checked at the door when you coming through, and vice versa. There should be egos checked at the door from the players. But if you are doing something egregious that's wrong, just like how you could call a technical foul, you know what? How we get fined for getting texts, they should get fined for calling bogus texts. How about that? I bet you they'll stop calling them if they get that $2,000 or $2,500, whatever it is, docked out of their paycheck for making some bogus calls just because they got their ego in the way. I bet you it will calm that down. So to me, I thought the game it wasn't the prettiest of games. It wasn't the best version of the Celtics. But one thing I do know, the refs got in the way.
Yeah, definitely not the greatest night at all for the Celtics. Shooting season lows is welcoming both Drew and Scal, who really were right there front and center to see those texts. Scal, I just want to ask you, what do you think about those calls?
It's not going to go well.
I mean,
try not to get fined, bro.
No, I'm not.
Don't give any of that money back.
No, I'm not. I think the jump ball was a Peyton Pritchard jump ball. I thought he was to it first. You could tell Joe, hey, Joe, just chill out. He's the one that got there. You didn't have to go with the early tech, but like that's a distraction for us missing 42 threes and not playing well. Or how about our defense to start the fourth? How about DeSumo getting downhill, going 4 for 4 and having 11 points in the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter when you need to come out there? And today, minus Sam Hauser, we were loaded. We had Al Horford and Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench. So I think we could point to the officials. We should take some responsibility for the way that we played today.
You get outscored by 13 in the fourth quarter. You didn't give up 13 points on technical fouls alone. Now, those did change the game, and I'm with Eddie. I don't think that those were all justified necessarily, but that's not why the Celtics lost the game. How about this from Dick Life? There were 75 combined missed threes in this game. Does that sound familiar?
It's all-time high?
It ties the NBA record set last week. The Chicago Bulls love to play in games where they miss a ton of threes, but they won this game. I mean, Zach LaVine, we know he's going to fill it up. We know he's going to be super efficient. Vucevic didn't even score a ton for the Bulls, but you hit it, Scal. Ayo DeSumo, he kind of controlled this game when he came in and was playing with those bench guys.
The start of the fourth quarter is where we lost this game, and we got to be better than that. You got to at home, you have to control the tempo of a game. You can't let the Bulls get any confidence. You can't let Zach LaVine off the hook. I thought the Bulls did a really good job today of protecting some of their guys that aren't known to be good defenders like Zach LaVine or Kobe White. So I give those guys all the credit in the world. Like they earned that game, but if it's all about the officials, that's not the reason the Celtics lost today.
Yeah, the Bulls' pace is absolutely relentless, and DeSumo and that bench group was terrific to start the fourth quarter. Now, we were talking about this a little bit before we came on, Scal. I mean, what do you think could happen with Joe Mazzulla? You think we're looking at a fine or a suspension for that?
I don't know, like with a coach not leaving the court in a timely manner, that's what they're going to say. He might get a fine, maybe $25,000. It'll be interesting to hear what he says in his press conference. Maybe he keeps it tight to the vest, but I don't think Joe Mazzulla will get suspended for the Chicago game.
That's abnormal for Joe. I mean, he doesn't get teed up a ton. A lot of the time when he does it, it seems like it's deliberate to send a message to his team and change the energy of a game. He's talked about that. Nothing deliberate about this one. That was pure rage.
I mean, I can't wait to ask Sam Cassell how quick Joe Mazzulla just dismissed him. He was like, boom, like that. All of a sudden, Sam was there, and then boom, Sam was gone.
It did look a lot like Karl Malone against Brian Scalabrine in the post. He's get off me.
Man, that's jiu-jitsu right there, man. I got to get my jiu-jitsu down.
Justin Van Dyne is lucky Sam Cassell and Tony Dobbins were there because he would have been in a headlock.
Hey, he took the hit for him because Sam Cassell was gone out of the screen when we saw him
out of the screen.
Out of the screen.
Sam,
All right,
Sam don't have that balance anymore.
I said, dang, Joe Mazzulla, he still got it.